Hey everyone, happy Monday. Thank you for joining me. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make lovely and quirky hand embroidery kits. And I am here every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. It's a time where we can relax and craft together for about an hour, and I work on projects from beginning to end so you guys can be part of the whole process here and make stuff with me. All right, we are going to continue free motion quilting this little square of 4 blocks. These blocks are from the Splendid Sampler 2 quilt along, which we are doing as well. And when I get 4 blocks together, I start quilting them. So we quilted this pineapple on Friday, and I just love it. So we drew some lines, crisscross lines there, and then had like this big border outline, and then just started putting a bunch of swirls and stuff. So we're gonna just kind of continue, here's the back. We're gonna continue filling in these shapes and see how far we get on this tonight. I don't know what I'm gonna do on it yet, so throw out your ideas and we'll work with them. So all right, I'm gonna flip you guys around. Let's get going tonight. Hope y'all had a great weekend. All right. I just love how this is looking. First of all, I think it really stands out on the front. And I think with some of my other blocks, the design doesn't stand out so much. And I think it's because I'm using that double thick batting here. So I got 2 layers of batting here, kind of on accident, but then I thought, let's give it a try. And that's what's making it, this looks super poofy, like this crisscross here. And then we're trying to work with contrast too. So like big open spaces like this border versus really filled in shapes around it. Because the more contrast between the things that are next to each other, the more the areas are going to pop. So, the not quilting, this border versus this dense quilting next to it, it really helps the pineapple pop a little bit. And then we were just trying this kind of fun little swirl. I just kind of free-handed a shape here. And then we did the ribbon candy, and then we filled in the ribbon candy with 3 more ribbon candies. And that's where we left off on Friday. So here's the back so far. It's just sometimes easier to see on the back. So I was just kind of thinking, I want to play with that contrast a little bit more, but I also want to work on just my fills, like filling a space, like these little paisley, oh gosh, I don't know what everyone calls everything, but like these little bumps back and forth. I thought maybe let's outline those, like echo those. Here we got this little echoed shape here. Just where we're echoing the line, this curved line. By echo, I just mean we're doing another line right next to it, like it's mimicking the shape that came before. I thought we could do that with all these kind of bloops, and then maybe do it again and just keep echoing a little bit. And then I thought maybe we could fill in this area with like a bigger fill. Like this is pretty dense. Like what if I did like a really big one? I thought maybe a meander, just because I'm really bad at meandering. It freaks me out. I'm scared to do it, and that's a good reason to do it. I mean, with all these Splendid Sampler 2 blocks, I'm trying to push my limits a little bit, and this is all practice on free motion quilting. So I'm going to quilt from the front though still, even though it's a little easier to see on the back. But I think, why don't we start up here, and I'm going to just echo these shapes, and then maybe we'll go down here, and then maybe we'll echo them again, just make like these cool lines. I remember when I was looking at this is where we're at so far with the Quilt As You Go, but remember when we just kept echoing these shapes? I mean, these aren't very good, but I like that effect. Like that's kind of cool. So I thought we'd do that for a little bit. I'm just going the same area over and over again. And then just start filling it. Like I said, maybe with that meander. So yeah, so then we'll have to figure out what to do over here too. But I want to just play around, I think, with the big versus small fill. To me, that pineapple is kind of the star of this one, and I'm not sure if I want to add like another pineapple or something. What about a flower shape, like a Dresden plate? We could do that on, you know, I wonder if like a flower would be cool coming out of here like that. Yeah, let's start with just this echoing. That'll just get us kind of warmed up. Oop, and we're starting from this side. And then we'll just kind of see what happens a little bit. All right, so I'm going to just do my needle backwards so I can pick up that back thread. Follow the curved lines on the block. See, I'm almost scared to follow the block now just because I kind of started this whole not following the block thing. So now I'm not sure if I should follow the block or not. I'm going to snip these already. But yeah, we could follow, you know, doing this kind of curvy shape is already mimicking this block a little bit. So I feel like we're kind of still honoring this block with these curved shapes. All right, so I'm just, I have this 1/4 inch presser foot here. So I'm just, the edge of the stitching I'm putting with the edge of this, which means my, row that I'm stitching should be a 1/4 inch away from, whoop, 1/4 inch away from what we've already stitched here. We're just going to echo a few times and see what happens there. And work from there. I'm going to take this pin out here. The shape could be either a flower or a star or a starfish. Oh, that'd be cute. I was looking at, remember the Charming Chevrons quilt? I was looking at that yesterday and just remembering, oh gosh, this does not want to move very easily. I think there's a lot of fabric in here and it's hard to jump over it. Let's lift my presser foot up a little bit. But I was looking at the meandering and just remembering how scared I am of meandering. So I thought, yeah, maybe that's a reason to play with meandering a little bit. I'm going to do another echo here because I just think that's just kind of fun. Wow, yeah, I'm going through a lot of fabric there. It's working hard right here. All right, I'm really trying to look ahead of me here because I'm making some weird shapes. All right, actually, we could just stop right here. You know, here's where we could bump out something pretty, because this is kind of a neat stopping point right at this this point here. You know, we could do like a little vine, or you know what? I almost just want to do feathers off this thing. I love doing those feathers, but I wanted to try something a little bit bigger. Why don't we do feathers? Why don't we, instead of feathers, why don't we do like a leaf that comes to a point and we add like a little bit on the inside, because then it's kind of like, I think my needle's down. Hold on. There we go. I think then it would kind of mimic, you know what we did with this pineapple at the top? You know, it's kind of a fun shape, and then we added just like a line, like the vein of the leaf kind of. That would be, that'd be kind of neat. Oh, my parents in Arizona, and there's no time change in Arizona, so I'm on early for them. All right, so let me just draw this out. Sometimes I just like having this practice sheet here. I'm using a Sharpie, which is probably scary to have around my real fabric, but all right, so let's say, so my bloops are kind of coming up here. This is the last bloop, so this is what we would do. So we'll use this last line as our shape. We could, like what I'm saying is we could come out and instead of making like the round feather, we could come to a point and come back in and then go back in and add the little like leaf stem and back. That would make it maybe a little bit different. Just trying to practice a little bit. Like that. It's hard coming from underneath though. I think I might have to, well, maybe they can be all different. All right, we're just gonna go for it. But what I do wanna try with it is going bigger, even though I don't really have much space to do that in, but we're gonna dink around with it anyway. Because I want that contrast between large objects and small objects. So let's see, let's just see what happens. All right, we're gonna make it just like a really big leaf here. A nice feather variation. Let's see if we can do that. All right, I'm gonna come out. Wow, like in my head, the shape is going from this side to here, and I'm having a hard time picturing it from underneath. Let's just, okay, but I think I'm looking at my drawing as a guide. There, so I feel like I err on the side of doing these really small motifs, so that's why I wanted to try and go a little bit bigger here. There we go, we got a leaf there. All right, so now let's add that little vein in the middle. I won't go up all the way, we'll go like to there. And then back. Okay, that's cute. All right, so now I'm gonna just travel along my line and we'll do another one here. Could almost go this way too. Should I do another one this direction right away? We could add like a little flower coming out of here or something. All right, I think I'm gonna do one this way and then we'll come back around this way. All right, so we're gonna get in a little further here. Yeah, okay, let me try and picture this again. All right, we're gonna go, yeah, that way. We're kind of varying from our curvy shape here, but that's okay. All right, I want a fat leaf. All right, that's cute. All right, let's do the inside little bit. And then back. And then we're kind of back to our starting point again. Cool, all right, that's cute. All right, it needs something in the middle here though. I'm just kind of drawing. In my head, I'm picturing it, but I need my, this is like my invisible pen, my finger. I need to like kind of fake draw it here. We could do kind of like a weird roundy flower. That would kind of mimic, you know, it'd mimic some of these goofy things up here. All right, I'm gonna doodle again here. So we have this leaf. We have this leaf coming out this way. I'm gonna still put these extra leaves in, I think. But then we have this leaf coming out this way. I was thinking we could do like a line up the front and then, you know, we could do like kind of like this round, maybe we add like this circle and back and, you know, I don't know, something like that is kind of interesting maybe. It's kind of a little bit like that. Or maybe it's weird, I don't know. Or we could make it a flower, like we could make it like a tulip or something. That's kind of cute. All right, let's try that again. So here's like the leaves. And we could come up like a tulip, but like a tulip that has like one petal thing down there and then, oh wait, I did that weird, this way. But then I'd have to get back down again. All right, we got to figure it out again, you guys. So normally how I do a tulip is just 3 marks up there, but I was trying to make it a little bit more interesting. Let's see. A rose is almost like that. All right, now it looks like milkweed. All right, you guys. I kind of like this round thing a little bit, but I do kind of like, feel like I'm wasting time now. At some point I got to make a decision, right? I like this kind of pod looking look. I don't know. A swirly heart. Yeah, I could come up just a swirly heart like that. We could add like shapes around it. Kind of like the circle thing still. We could do the circle with a heart, just like the other one. And then we could come around again, maybe. I don't know. Let's just go. See what happens. All right, first of all, let's take this pin off. All right. You know what? Let's just do this circle. We don't actually have, oh, try a swirly flower and an echo. Okay. Yep, I'm gonna do that. All right. I got a plan for that, Kathy. I think that's gonna be it. All right, so here's the line coming up. All right, so now I'm gonna start the flower. It's gonna be kind of a circle, swirly swirl. So circle, and then a swirl. All right, that's pretty cute. All right, and then maybe I'll echo that. Yeah, we'll do like petals coming out of there. That's why I like these blocks, is that, you know, I don't really have to, you know, commit. You know, I'm allowed to experiment and stuff a little bit with it just because, you know, it's only one block. It's not like I decided on a whole look for the whole quilt. You know, I'm just playing. So, all right, I think that's good. Now I'm gonna go back and let's add the rest of these leaves. Then I gotta fill this in somehow too, probably yet. We could just echo the whole dang thing maybe. Let's do that. All right. Whew, feeling better. Got a plan for this whole bit now. All right, so let's get back here. All right, there's the rest of the stem. Hey, that's cute. See it? I think that turned out cute. And we got a little bit of the poof too, which is what I wanted with this one in particular. All right. All right, I gotta figure out. I suppose I should come up this way. All right, let's just go and see what happens. These pointy, leafy feathers are throwing me for a loop a little bit. All right. We'll go a little further. And a big bloop out at the bottom. All right, that was okay. Thanks, you guys. The swirly flower, that's where it clicked for me. Like, oh, yep, that's it. All right, so that was another leaf. All right, let's try and, ooh, this is kind of a perfect shape for one last leaf. I think I'm gonna do this side first, just because my brain is picturing it swooping this way better. So we're gonna swoop all the way out here first. And then we'll come back in for our leafy shape. And it overlapped this one a little bit, which is kind of fun, I think. So we'll backtrack a little. Let's do that extra little vein. So one thing that I definitely need to work on coming up here is my stitch length. I need to, that's something I can practice for sure. All right, this one was kind of goofy, but I think we're fine. So I'm going to just get back down here. We'll echo this outside shape, and then I'm just gonna come and we'll echo this whole dang thing until it's done. All right, I like that idea. Actually, let's just start by echoing it. There we go. So I'm echoing it that 1/4 inch away again. So for that pineapple, I actually echoed it a 1/2 inch away just to put even more emphasis on that versus just this 1/4 inch. But I had to eyeball it. I didn't, here I got the edge of the presser foot that I'm going on. But for that one, I kind of had to add another 1/4 inch in my head. All right, I'm echoing this flower now. Right on the edge here. Oop, and I kind of can't see as I ran off a little bit. I mean, a lot of this will be trimmed. Even part of this flower, I think. Oh, it's cute. All right, I like it. Where is it going now? It's hard going this direction because I can't see past my presser foot. All right, did some big echoes there. All right, we kind of have to fill in some of these little shapes here. So let's just kind of keep echoing. I might just travel down the edge. So let's travel a little bit and we'll just keep blooping in here. And we'll do one more. All right, that's that area. Let's scooch down. All right, we can get one in here. All right, let's scooch down again and we'll fill in the rest of all of this. Again, I'm just doing those echo bloops. My echoes are getting a little bit bigger, which I kind of think is kind of cute. Ooh, all right, get back on there. All right, I think we got that, and I just got to go back and do these couple extra. I should have maybe done them along the way, but that's okay. One little bloop in there. Again, this will probably get cut off, but oh well. All right, and I think that will do for that. So I'm going to take it off of the machine, and then we can decide what to do next, I think. Versus, I mean, I could travel all along the edge so we have an open area again, but I think it's just going to be easier, same difference, if we just trim it off here and take a look at it again. All right, so I didn't do any meandering, but that was fun playing around with that. So let's take a look. So we filled in this bottom corner here. And it's kind of hard to tell from the front, even though I do like to see these little poofs, but let's check it out on the back. Oh, I got some puckers up in there. But that's cute. So here's another shape that we left kind of a little bit bigger and then kind of traced. I kind of think we could even do bigger. Like I almost wish I would have done these leaves a little bit bigger, but this is kind of cool. This kind of little river that we got going on here. All right, I'm gonna get a little higher here. Okay, now what, you guys? We got this whole area. So we got a flower, we got a pineapple. What else can we do? Maybe something, I don't know, big in here again. Just to get that poof. Like, I want more of this poof. You know what? I wouldn't actually even mind mimicking, like doing some geometric stuff in here. Like, I could just draw, we could just, you know, a portion of this could be grid, maybe, and then we fill in the rest with something. I don't know, I kind of want to do some grid work or something. Again, I'm drawing with my hands. I have no idea what to do next here. We could outline this shape again, or maybe we don't want emphasis on here anymore. You know, I still want to do a little bit of meandering. I'm gonna do, I want to do some more grid stuff like this. I just think that's interesting, and just so it's a little far away from here, I think I'm gonna just go here and start some grid stuff, and I don't know, maybe I'll try a little meander in here, just to try it yet. Maybe like a really big meander, and just call it a day. I think we'll do that. So, all right, I'm gonna do some back and forth. Yep, so I'm gonna start, we're just gonna start right there, except for that I'm going this direction. I'm gonna actually flip it upside down now too, just because I think it'll be a little easier to work with. Oh gosh, we do have some cool shapes here though. We could just stitch in the ditch a little bit. That'd be pretty interesting. You know what? I'm gonna stitch in the ditch all these shapes because this is awfully geometric too, which I think is just interesting. So why don't we sew across there? That would get us back here. All right, that's what we're gonna do. Change of plans. We are going to follow that interesting shape and just kind of see what happens. Man, I do really want a big shape in there yet though. We'll figure it out. It's kind of fun not knowing what to do and then having to figure it out. The reason I'm rotating it though is because then I have more space here. You know, because otherwise I'd have to squish all this into the neck of my machine, and this way I can have the bulk of it be over here. Oops, lost my thread here. All right, I'm bringing that bottom thread up again. All right. So you're gonna go through all my my thinking process today on all this. So maybe it's a little slow, but I don't always have this figured out. I'm gonna move this pin because I feel like it's gonna get in my way real quick here. All right, I'm gonna follow this line, and then I'm gonna try and come back around. One of these things where I have to try and map it out first. Ooh, so I forgot that there's a lot going on with this block. Like there's a lot of little stitching, a lot of seam allowances and stuff. So it's fighting back a little bit. But I am trying to stitch in the ditch, which just means stitching along your sewn lines. Not doing a great job at it, but that's okay. I do really like this block. So I like that we're honoring it a little bit by tracing it. All right, I'm going to go down here and then trace back. Come on, there we go. All right, up there. All right, now I'm gonna go around there. Oh, it's cute though. Look how poofy it is. All right, I'm really liking the double batting, but yeah, we might have to put little borders on on this block just so it's big enough because of the fat batting. I think we're shrinking the top of this more and more, like it's just pulling in all the fabric. You know, like all this bulk needs a place to go. It's being pulled towards the center. So our edges, you know, from here to here might not be the right length anymore. So we might have to add a couple borders so it's the same as the rest, but I don't know, maybe we can wing it and don't have to do that. We'll see. All right, so now I'm gonna travel along this line and come back up on this shape and get to the next area. All right, traveling along this middle area again. All right, now we'll hit that angle. But look how poofy that is. Cute. You know what? And I don't think I need to fill this or anything anymore, just because we wanted some extra bigger areas in this. So why not just leave it as is? All right, here's another one of those kind of like figure eights. All right, we'll go this direction first. All right, this part will be probably sewn in, but I'm gonna just travel along the edge here. Ooh, little bump. All right, let's see. I think I can get back to here. Let's do this first. Travel along that shape and then back around. I haven't done this line yet. All right, we traced that. Let's see. We could just echo that for a little bit too. Trying to think of a way where we can put emphasis on it still. You know, I think I might get this corner here too and just add a little triangle here so we can get in there. Because I want to trace that inner area to, uh-oh, what happened here? Oh, we broke our thread. How long ago did that happen? I think it must have just happened. Okay. Boo! Oh, it happened a little while back. Oh no, right here. So when we went down this seam, well, that's a bummer. Well, let's take a peek quick. And then, oh, it got twisted. So right here, it must have jumped and got twisted around this part. So it got, oh yeah, it's way tangled. So it got just way too much tension and it broke. Oh, silly machine. Snip. Nice clean edge, but let's peek. All right, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I like seeing just these graphic shapes here. I wonder if we just echo it like, just like a geometric line, and maybe we can echo that again, and then do a little meander for the rest a little bit. All right, so let's try and end up here so I can travel up here. So let's start. All right, I'm gonna start here, even though this is really thick. I'm gonna come down here, go up here, and then travel to there. Okay, whew, got a plan. Although I don't know if this is the best place to start. It is really thick. Oh, I'm like, why isn't this moving? Because my presser foot's down. All right, let's bring that bottom thread up to the top. Oh, Roxanne. Roxanne says she just finished sewing 4 blocks together with no bobbin thread. That's always fun. Yep, it happens for sure. That's always a huge bummer. All right, let's give this another go. Don't break, thread. All right, I'm just tracing that inner square so I get some of that. And just traveling along this line again. And then back out here. There we go. We got an extra little triangle in there. And since these are available. Oh, when your thread breaks, it makes you so mad. I like how poofy these ones are. Okay, so I'm going to travel up here, which will get me basically out in the ether again. And then I'm going to just do like a boop, boop, and then just a straight line across. Gosh, I kind of want to echo over here too. But we'll just get up here. Maybe we'll do another line of those. And then we have barely any space left. I think I am just going to try like a big meander because like I said, I'm scared of meandering. So I think I'm just going to give it a try again. And I'm going to try and do it very large so we have that contrasting shape again. I'm going to try making this a 2 or a 1/2 inch echo right here. And how I'm doing that is I'm just kind of estimating the edge of my foot to my needle and then doubling that again and then stopping. So like maybe one more stitch. All right, up this way. All right, and then I'm going to just go straight across. It's going through a lot of poof here. Okay, so that was kind of fun. All right, yeah, I think I'm gonna echo it one more time just for fun. We'll do it like a 1/4 inch one this time. So I'm traveling a little, and then we'll do a 1/4 inch, and that'll get me to the edge, and then I'll come back in and do the little meander. So we'll have a fat line by a skinny line. And I think these lines next to each other look really kind of cool on the back. Oh, we kind of have this goofy bit here. We're going to do another one. We're just going to go in and then back out. There we go. All right, now this last little quadrant, I am going to try that meander. So the meander, it just kind of looks like puzzle pieces that don't ever cross over. And that's the trick. I'm paranoid about getting in spaces and then getting out of them. So we'll just give it a try. And like I said, I do want to be a little bit bigger than usual. So actually this will probably get filled pretty quickly. It's kind of hard working with the poofiness sometimes. All right, like right here, I'm gonna get stuck in this spot. Wow, this is a lot to stitch through. This has that fusible on here, and that is chunking this whole thing. All right, I'm gonna take this guy off. All right, I need to get down here and back out. All right, this isn't the prettiest meander, but I do feel like I practiced a little bit and it's bigger than I usually do. So, all right, we are at the edge. And I think that is it for this block. Let's take it out and see what we got. Oh, that big meander is pretty on this poofy fabric. Oh, it's kind of coming up a little bit. Well, once it gets washed, that should fray up a little bit better. All right, let's take a look. Oh, this really adds some texture over here though with this poofy fabric. So, all right, let's peek at the back. I'm gonna get a little higher here. So I still think the emphasis is on the pineapple, which is what I wanted here. Oh, see, that's kind of fun. Okay, all right, I like it. So keep in mind, all this is gonna get just trimmed. So there's a lot that'll get trimmed here, but this is what I kind of wanted to just play with where I'm not stitching so close together, like having a poofier area. And I do like how this work down here, it's like a little geometric area. That's where we mimicked, where we just stitched in the ditch here. But having that geometric area mimics this geometric. So that's like, they're playing nice with each other, having those in there. And even like this, having this big wide area here, I think helps us able to see these wide areas too, because it's our eye goes to the bigness of it and then it wants to find it in other places. So I think that was helpful too. Ooh, I like it. It is like some graphic craziness. All right, and I like that it has some dimension and stuff from the front too. I still feel like from the front it definitely is calling out the pineapple, probably because it has that white border too. But yeah, you can still see some of this poofiness. All right, I like it, people. All right, so I think that is that for tonight. But we do have one more to do, and I want to get the last one done before we start sewing these together, just to finish up our whole, just to get caught up basically. So here is our last one. This is back with our normal, what is that? That cotton warm and natural? Is that it? Warm and natural. Warm and natural, right? I think that's what it is. Oh gosh, I can't remember if that's quite the name of this. All right, but anyway, so that's this cotton batting, the single layer. This is what we used in the quilt so far. So we should be familiar with it. Yeah, so we got a kitty, we got a spool of thread, we got some cute clamshells here and the flowers to deal with, and these bowls that are empty that sure could be filled with something. So there is a ton of potential. Gosh, they're all visual blocks, or they're representing other things. They're not like just plain graphic. You know, this is just like a neat shapes together. This is got things going on. So like flowers and kitties and thread spool bowls. So man, we might just have to like draw in each one of these and leave them. Maybe we just leave this one on its own. We could even frame them and work just within the blocks. That'd be something new. We haven't done that yet. I don't know, but think about it, you guys. And if you have any ideas tomorrow, let me know. All right, so I'm going to flip you around and we will call it an evening tonight with a finished square. Yay. All right, hello. Ooh, balls of yarn in the bowls. I like that. That is cute. Hearts in the bowls. That's cute, little hearts. We should do some, like a meander with the hearts sometime soon here. But all right, here, gosh, it got so much stiffer being all stitched up. It's kind of fun to see. Sometimes you can see it in the light a little bit, the texture. And here's the back. You can just really tell on the back a lot more what's going on. Fun, it's some crazy pineapple block. All right, you guys, thanks again for joining me, and I'm glad you made it here with the whole time change and everything. And I will be back here again tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. I will get this up on Penguin and Fish Movies on YouTube, so check it out there, Penguin and Fish Movies. Speaking a little slower for ya. All right, and I'll check you guys tomorrow. Have a great evening. Good night.